Ready or Not is a recent horror comedy slasher film about a young woman who gets married to a very wealthy family. On her wedding night, she's told that they need to go to the family room that she's never seen before and play a game. The family's money comes from games and competitive endeavours, so sports teams, board games, things like that. Normally, this sort of ceremony, family inauguration, just requires them to pick a card from this device and it will say a game's name and they have to play the game. And it turns out that most of the games they've played are sort of innocuous things like Old Maid and that. This lady draws hide and seek, and hide and seek, it turns out, is the one card you don't want to get because it's a deadly game of hide and seek. Basically, the family has made a deal with the devil, or so they think, and in order to keep their wealth and prosperity, they have to kill the bride on the wedding night before the sun rises. Then you have this sort of deadly game of hide and seek occur, where the family members, all of who are a little bit eccentric or strange, are all after the bride and trying to kill her with various weapons and things. What's good about this film is that it's not as if they're all trained killers and assassins. They're all sort of, you know, wealthy, useless people who, when they're given weapons, don't actually know how to use them, and there's lots of funny things come from that, and are just a bit pathetic. And the bride, she's not some hardcore person, but she stands as good a chance as any as surviving. And they try and apply a little bit of common sense and sort of practicality to things with her as maid in them. You find out at the end whether or not they do actually have a deal with the devil, or whether it's just a load of old bollocks and they were stupid for trying to undertake this game in the first place. I enjoyed it. A lot of people didn't. I see a lot of reviews online giving it like 2 stars out of 10. So, oh, this is just utter crap. But it's not. It's well made. I enjoyed watching it for an hour and a half. I didn't feel I'd wasted my time. I chuckled a few times through it, and I grimaced a few times through it because of like the injuries and the way the people were killed. And it did its job. It was absolutely fine. I think it's worth watching if you see it on streaming or it's cheap to rent. I think I had a sort of Google Play voucher and I just had it for 99p to rent, so it was absolutely fine. Didn't feel cheated at all by it. I appreciate if you paid a tenner for buying it on DVD, you might feel a little bit hard done by. The lady who plays the main character, the bride in it, she looks very, very close to Margot Robbie. And the same way that, was it Logan Marshall Green looks just like Tom Hardy. Whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, I don't know, for their careers, but they'll always be referred to as that person that looks like. But they do a great job. I say I enjoyed it. It's worth watching if you like sort of these sort of comedy horror type films. And it's better than other recent FNL who've watched, like Satanic Panic. This is way, way, way better than that. It's just better written, conceived, directed and shot. The whole shebang. So yeah, Ready or Not, watch it. And if you think there's any anything I've missed, let me know. If you've got your own opinion, please feel free to like and subscribe. Thank you.